All right, a quick video here on how to make your running easier. So we're going to start with first things first, and here I'm showing you that our first thing is to find some length within ourselves. So there are three things that can make running easier. One is if you think running is going to be easy, if you seek the easy quality of running, you're likely to find that. If you think it's going to be hard, you're likely to find a hard way to do it. So your mindset really matters as foundational. Number two is your aerobic base. But number three is your foundation. It's how you do what you do. So we begin by finding some length through ourselves. We do this for reasons beyond a thorough description here, but we do it because this is the easiest place to breathe, the most grounded, easiest position for our torso to be in, the easiest way to access our pelvic rotation, our spiralic action through the spine, our action around our center line, and the easiest way to find free return energy, elasticity between each stride. So it's very important to start off, number one here, with some lengthening in yourself. So now that we know about lengthening through ourselves, the next thing we want to realize is that human beings have a high center of gravity. You may know that your center of gravity is located right above the pelvis, maybe below the navel and deep inside of you, so that you have a high center of gravity compared to other animals. You've already stood up, and therefore you've raised your center of gravity above the ground, and therefore, standing on two legs, you have a lot of potential energy stored. So initiating movement is the easiest thing there is. And you can see I'm just leaning the whole postural column forward from the ankles and the heels. So we're leaning the whole, keeping the length, leaning the whole postural column forward, and now, guess what? We have to begin moving forward, and it took almost no effort. So you use that high center of gravity, that stored potential energy, and to initiate the first movement is very, very easy. After we look at this, we're going to look at the next step, which is how do we actually maintain our movement in an easy manner, and also how do we transition from walking to running. Very important, because you can stand there and have length in yourself, but do you lose it as soon as you start running? So we're going to try to make a transition from walking to running, maintaining this length and maintaining this ease. So how do you make this transition from walking to running and maintain your length and make this transition smoothly? So we want to start off with learning how to jog in place, then learning how to lean forward, maintaining our length, and learning how to run slowly. If you learn how to run slowly, that's one step in making running easy. You're not going faster than you're capable of. And if you learn the skill of running slowly, you'll have a great foundation to build on. Learn to run slowly well, and you can easily build speed on that. Again, I cannot overemphasize the need to learn how to run slowly with length, the best you can, and with ease. Learn that skill, and you'll have a great foundation, and you won't find running so hard. Stop whenever you want to, of course. Stop and go techniques are a great way to get started with running. But learn to run slowly. Again, I can't overemphasize that. Again, practice, play with, experiment, and learn the skill of running slowly. So after you've learned to run slowly, it's not that hard to build some speed on that great foundation. Learn to run slowly. And then you can see here we're going to open up the stride just a little bit, and we're going to get a little bit more air. And you can easily learn to run faster if you're willing to slow down enough to get much better and improve your ability and skill to run slowly. So running doesn't have to be hard. Again, you will stop more often if you're of the mindset to find quality instead of to be completely goal-oriented. And if you're out there to enjoy your running and to learn, it can be as easy as you make it. So I hope some of these tips were actually very helpful to you to get started, or even if you're a more advanced runner, you can still use some of these ideas. So there's going to be a little spring in the step here now, just because we speed it up a little bit. And we're getting a little bit more out of the ground forces. And this was easy to do after you learn to run slowly.